Today we're looking at this really nice electric blanket. It comes in a small box. Here is a folder for size comparison. Overall, it's small because they suck all the air out of it already. Once you open it up, it looks like this. The feel of the material is very luxurious. Thick, soft fur. I don't know what it's made out of really, but it feels really nice. Super duper soft. There are two controllers, one for the right and one for the left side. The power cord to plug in the wall is very long. The one I ordered is for the queen size bed, but as you can see, there is plenty of excess. On the left-hand side, about 12 inches of excess. Maybe another 12 inches on the back side of the bed. And of course, 12 inches on the right side as well. I don't have my queen sheets pull up all the way on top, but I suppose if I pull all the way on top, there should be no excess on the bottom of the bed. Even though this blanket is washable, I highly recommend using a flat sheet to put your body between the flat sheet and the blanket. That way, when something gets dirty over time, you can just wash the flat sheet itself, not the whole blanket. If you ever need to wash the blanket, go down to the bottom side, find the power cord, squeeze onto the two clips here, squeeze on it, grab this, pull straight out. Releasing this is not easy at all and definitely not doable with one hand. The power cord is pretty long, I would say maybe about 7 feet. That's the controller. And then plug into the outlet, which is another 5 feet. I wish this thing was wireless, cordless. That would help a lot with cord management. I found out companies make these covers for blankets. It's very easy to use. All you have to do is open up the zipper right there. Put the whole blanket in and close the zipper. Now the blankets are more protected and you only have to wash the cover. Down on the bottom, you can see that I used giant binder clips to hold the controller in place. Luckily, there is an outlet nearby to power up the blanket. They do make binder clips in all colors of the rainbow. I don't have white at the moment. If you're using the blanket cover like I am, obviously you have to make the holes below to have the power plugs connected. I created a hole already, one on each side. Then I sew it back up to make it nice and neat. The blanket is sticking out at the moment. The cords are all tucked in under the side of the bed. Let's see what the blanket looks like with a thermal camera. One side of the blanket is turned all the way to level 6. 84 degrees Fahrenheit is the max. The other side, it is colder at 73 degrees. You can see how all of the lines, the electric lines, zigzag back and forth to warm up the blanket. I honestly thought it can get a lot hotter, but 84, this is the hottest that it can get. By the way, if this video is helpful, please consider subscribing and liking the video. This lets YouTube know my video is indeed helpful and will recommend to others like yourself. If you're curious about power consumption, we have the Vornado electric heater connected to this EcoFlow. You can see a review of this awesome electric heater in a previous video. This EcoFlow will show us how much power is being consumed. So let's first turn on the Vornado. The room right now is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's pump it up to 72. Alright. Power consumption is 1,374 watts. That's a lot. Absolutely no efficiency whatsoever to heat up the whole room when all you want is a warm bed. Next, we'll do the exact same test with the one side of the blanket. One controller connects to the EcoFlow. Press the power button. Right now it is on level 1. With level 1, it is consuming about 120 watts, up to 125 watts. That's actually much more efficient than the electric heater, right? We'll bump it up to level 2. It's interesting that level 2 is steady at 115 watts. I honestly thought it would go up. At level 4, the wattage is actually going down. Right now, it's 109 watts at level 4. And now we're at level 6, which is the maximum level. Very interesting. It went down even further, 106 watts. Let's go back to level 1 and see what's going on to see if that helps. At level 1, the wattage went down to 0. I guess it's because it's cutting power in and out to lower the heat. Okay, so I see how it is now. It will always use 110 watts. Power will always be at 110 watts, but then it will cut in and out like a sine wave on and off to modulate the heat, I guess. All right, let's crank it up back to level 6. So there you have it. At level 6, the power is steady at 106 watts. All right, hopefully you found this video helpful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.